Day 2 on the Kove with the timing key, advancing the timing. I am in a completely different environment today and taking it through the rocks, seeing how it chugs along. Had a lot of questions about what gearing I was running, and yeah, I do have the 51 tooth, which is up 2 teeth from stock in the rear, and I did that almost right off the bat when I bought the bike. And that made a little difference, but it was not a game changer like the timing key is. So here I am out in the Reddington Pass area, and it's beautiful today, about 60 degrees, and there's not another dirt biker out here, but a bunch of people on Jeeps. So yeah, gonna take you on a little ride down this single track and give you my impressions of the Kove, however you want to say it. People get so hung up on the pronunciation of the bike, and all I gotta say is they're Chinese. I don't think they have the word Kove in their dictionary. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they really care. They say Kove or Kove. I'd say the most Kove American there is Mason Klein, and he says Kove. But it kind of just goes back and forth with me how I enunciate it, and when I'm not thinking about it, it just comes out Kove. I have to think about it to say Kove. So, whoa, a little bit of a wall right here, and yeah, and the good thing about the Kove that you all know is that the suspension is good. And that's what, I don't know if you heard that, but that's the part that's not good about it. It's wide. You take it into rocks like this. So I got a complaint about the SXS skid plate, and it doesn't wrap around the edge of the stock dash guard like the Molecule one does. So although the bottom's really well protected, the sides of it are not. So anyways, what I was saying was, people want to know about, like, oh, but why would you take the Kove over so many other bikes? And Andy from Heavy and Earl was like, oh, I thought it had more ground clearance. And I know what he means. When you look at the bike, you're like, you think it's going to get hung up on everything. And I just got to say that that's not the case at all. And the selling factor and what makes this Kove so sweet out of the box is the suspension. I mean, you can hit stuff with full fuel tanks. On this, you can hit some big G outs and whoops, and it doesn't bottom out. It has really good bottoming resistance. Now I think Tyler Everride's accident was more of a fluke than anything, because what happened was it kicked him sideways. think if he would have been going straight in that situation, woohoo, that was close, he wouldn't have been fucked. But it was like a 45-degree, you know, like cement curb that he hit, going like 45 miles an hour. So, yeah, so the suspension on the Kove is really good out of the box. Doesn't require thousands of dollars as soon as you buy a bike. Woo! So yeah, back to the Kove at hand, and why, you know, I think any of you might be looking at this in the moment is like you're interested in the timing key, and my big question is the longevity of the bike, how it's really going to be affected. You know, nobody can really say exactly, because nobody knows. The bike revs up so much quicker now, I feel like it's going to be a little more wear and tear on the motor. Whew. And that needs to be cut. Yeah, and I know I said that before. I know I said that before, but I think there's a reason why the Chinese didn't do that right out of the factory. It has longevity. Another reason why the Kove riders in the car that they were in on the liaison sections were creeping and going pretty slow, from what I had heard, you know, because they were trying to make the motor last. And maybe it's because they don't know about it, you know, the first time around, or if they really are just trying to prolong something that may be a little suspect, and why the bike was pretty detuned out of the factory for it being a race bike, you know. But I like the snappiness so far of this timing key. You know, yesterday I had it in the sand, ripping along at, you know, 80 miles an hour. Now here I am on some single track in the rocks. It's chugging along nicely. I'm not running the stock tires. I have a Tusk D-Sport in the rear, and I have a Tusk T45 in the front. The ECU mapping is stock. I have a funnel web air filter on here, and I have a Recluse clutch. Besides that, it's pretty much on stock. And yeah, I just gotta say the timing key feels pretty good. It's giving the bike a little more pep, a little more snap when I need to loft over some of these rocks or off of these little ledges. In the past, you really had to kind of pop the clutch to do it. Now it's like you just leave the clutch out and you can just snap it. So again, the bike's pretty hot. Used to idle up and down when you would start it hot. Let's see what it does right now. Still does it, still doing it. You heard that, right? I heard it's pretty common, you know, so I'm not too concerned about it, but I thought the timing key kind of settled that down a little bit, and it did compared to how it has been in the past. But yeah, feeling good. So yeah, guys, thanks for coming along on that little section and listening to me blab. Hopefully you could hear me, and I appreciate all the comments. I just want to say, so people understand, that, you know, the bike is not political to me at all. And all those people who are making it political, and I'm not even going to snap back at you about it, because it's not worth the time or the argument. But just understand that I'm about as red-blooded as they come. I serve my country, serve the community, and I am not looking to bow down to any enemy. But we have to understand that there's a bigger systemic issue going on, and if we're going to continue to outsource our products for cheaper labor so that we get a cheaper product at home, the market's going to continue down that road. And I'm not trying to buy into it. I'm just living in reality and in, you know, the current situation that I'm in. And I could not afford a KTM rally bike. I couldn't afford a, you know, multiple bikes at this point. So I needed one do-it-all bike. And I like to get out there and adventure more than just riding single track from the truck. So I like to leave from the house, go ride 120, 150, 170 miles in a day, come back after it's dark, and been through multiple adventures along the way instead of just driving to the trailhead and riding out. Although that's what I did today, but that's because I went to church before I came here. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Sorry I blabbed and went off on a tangent there, but just wanted people to understand that it's not political at all, man. I just love dirt bikes, I love my family, and I love my country. And above all, I love God. stop on this stuff and you start going again, it's like hard to get going. It's like you start to second guess yourself. Ooh, see, this is super narrow. Let's see how this looks coming through here. See, if I wasn't to get out of the way, ooh, my pegs. Okay. Stalled out. Oh, horrible. Man, that was one of the worst little sections I've done.